thanks Instagram for telling people that we're going live. Ken Warren has joined in, and of course, the Carl has joined in. Sup there, fold and comment. Good evening,
Hello.
Ken.
Hello. Wait, can you see me
It's
now?
like, yeah, I see you. I see you.
Oh, what happened? It says,
I'm gonna see you one more time. Oh, good evening, everyone. Hi, Rach. Hi, Ron WBB. The main man, Martivo, is actually on. Also, Martivo, will get you in a bit. Let me just talk to Ken a little bit, and then we'll warm the crowd up. We'll warm the crowd up for you, amigo.
can you see me
Yo,
now?
yes, I can see you now.
All
Oh,
right.
what was wrong with the first one?
I don't know. It was.
All
It
right.
says go live with Senorita JBL the first one. So I don't know.
Well, Instagram actually has better lighting right now for me. I don't know why. It's a new week. Anyway, Ken, thanks for joining us, and everyone, the people who are watching right now, thank you for joining hashtag PWG Live. This is a weekly IG Live show where two Filipino wrestlers just go on to IG Live, have fun, talk it through while we're still in like a very weird time with the coronavirus pandemic. We're in a general community quarantine right now. We're still trying to get into the new normal, as people say it. But we're just trying to have fun with all the things going around right now in the world. Ken, how was your week? Let's talk about it, brother.
Oh man, thank you for asking. I have been having my every other week weekly howls. I'm so happy earlier because I don't know if I have
Mm-hmm.
enough time to explain it. I think I have like 3 minutes or less. But I did
Go
have
ahead, bro.
this crazy ass juggernaut variant.
Oh,
And this goes for our international viewers. This goes for $100. I got it technically for $10 or 500 pesos locally. I'm like the seller didn't know the price, bro.
where'd you score it?
Uh,
That is an amazing find.
right. This is the variant. This is actually the harder to find version one. I don't know, man. It's just in the marketplace, if you will. I don't want to share my
The
secrets. Not all, right?
Oh man, you toy collectors not sharing your secrets.
Right.
Anyway,
It says
yeah, but
1980 freaking yen, dude. It's like 900 pesos. I don't know if it's freaking seen. It's too bright. I don't
well,
know.
well, that's a good thing then. Like I'm
Right.
happy for you. I'm happy that you're finding some happiness amidst this really crazy week that everyone has been having in the Philippines. Everyone has been having around the whole world actually, because let's not be around the bush. The
Yes,
world
yes,
has been
please,
going
please, please.
crazy. Hashtag Black Lives Matter. Hashtag Junk Terror Bill. Because some I just have a lot of feelings. Maybe we'll get to it later by the end of the show. We'll
Yeah,
talk about
man.
it a little bit. But right now we have to focus on our main man, the guest, Martivo, the Man-Doll Martivo, the Rainbow Warrior of Philippine Wrestling Revolution. We're gonna talk about Pride because June is Pride Month. We are gonna glow with Pride. Well, nabaliktad siya. Anyway, we're gonna glow with Pride tonight. We're gonna talk about Martivo, about his journey in PWR as an LGBTQ wrestler, how it feels like he is representing um, his section of society and everything. We're just gonna talk. We're just gonna shoot the shit, man. Like how are you feeling? How are you feeling about that tonight?
Before I answer your question, I just want to say hi to underscore run WWE brother. I saw your comment, man. Thank you. Good evening. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Yeah, I'm feeling good, bro. We at for this moment right now in time, we just need someone to represent, and it doesn't matter if it's if it's Black Lives Matter, if it's for the LGBTQ, if it's for wrestling, if it's for just someone needing or needed to be heard. It's someone needs to represent, man. Someone needs to speak up, and
There's
I
there's a
don't
lot
want.
of
I don't.
voices that need to be heard right now.
Hmm.
There's a lot of voices
Hmm.
that need to be heard in this time of our world. A lot of voices matter, but right now, Black Lives Matter, Junk Terror Bill, those are like top two right now because we gotta help where our help is needed. And Ken, it's almost 9 p.m. I think Martivo is with us right now.
Is he?
I think so. I think he should be. But anyway, Ken, thank you for joining us for the start of hashtag PWG Live. We'll catch you later on for John Cena Saturdays and just to end off the show. Thank you, amigo. We'll talk to you soon.
Deuces, guys. Enjoy. I'm here. I'm just here. You know. I'm in the same
All
area.
right, thanks for moderating, brother. And to Carl, we're
Yo,
counting on you,
Carl.
bud.
We are here. Yes. Bye.
All right, see ya, brother. See ya. All right, just gotta get Martivo on, sending him the request, and we are live. Hello, hey Martivo.
Hey, hey,
All
what's
right,
up?
before we get talking, I'm just gonna introduce you to all the people watching right now. Everyone, I'm gonna introduce you to the former PWR All Out World Champion, one half of the Punk Dolls, and he actually holds the record for the fastest PWR title win at 15 seconds. Please welcome to the show to hashtag PWG Live, the Rainbow Warrior Martivo. Yes,
Hey,
walang
what's
applause ngayon,
up?
walang audience. What's up, brother? I have sister
Good,
or
good.
Beshi or Mamshi or whatever
True,
you want me
true.
to call you.
Beshi.
Beshi na lang, Beshi na lang. So
Yes.
how have you been doing? Wait, sorry, before I ask you that question. So for those who need a refresher, for the people who are watching right now, can you tell us exactly, like, can you introduce yourself as Martivo? Like, can you tell us who Martivo is, what he's all about? Just, just get into it.
Hi. Okay, sure. So the name is Martivo, and Martivo is the Rainbow Warrior, and he is the leader of the Rainbow Squad. He's all about letters, LGBTQ, XYZ and whatnot. So he's all about that. Um, yeah, so he's just about, his advocacy is about equality, like everybody deserves equal treatment
Mm,
from head to toe. Like also, Martivo wants to show the world, the universe rather, that whatever a straight man or straight woman can do, anybody else or everybody else in between can do the same thing. So yeah, he's all about that.
exactly. And I totally agree with that. But before we get into that, I'm glad that you mentioned about equality and like just representing. I gotta ask though, we always ask this question to our guests, like, how have you been doing during the coronavirus situation right now?
I'm hanging in there definitely. I'm probably one of the lucky guys because I still continue to do my work. I wasn't really.
Mm,
I try to be sensitive about the issue, but I'm lucky enough to not be affected by it so much because I still continue to work. I was never like out of work, and I just love it. Like nothing has changed except for the fact that I can't go out. I can't go home to my
mm,
province to see my family. I haven't seen them since January of this year. But aside from that,
mm.
everything has been good so far.
That's good. That's good to hear that you're still working. You're one of the lucky ones. I also identify with you. I'm also like pretty much one of the lucky ones also during this time. But have you been going like because everyone knows like you work in the BPO industry, correct?
Right.
Have you been going to the office recently?
I'm really one of the lucky guys because I literally live next door.
Oh
Literally.
wow,
So,
okay. Yeah, all
so
right.
I still
Yeah,
go to
definitely.
work.
You're definitely lucky in that regard. But yeah, I'm hoping that you continue to keep safe, even though we're under like a GCQ now, which is lesser extremes.
True.
But I hope you
Right.
continue to keep safe. And now let's get into the more of the LGBTQ questions. Like let's just get
Let's do this.
so. You're a proud member of the LGBTQ plus community, and you're not afraid to show it in your performances. So, as we all know, June is Pride Month. Can you tell us what Pride Month means to you exactly?
Ah, it's it's that time of the year that every member of the community, LGBTQ plus community, is very proud of. Like we want it to be beyond just the month of June. We want it to go outside of that month. But everybody knows that it's Pride Month, and we just want to capitalize on that. We want to show the world that, just like what I mentioned earlier, that equality, everyone deserves equality. Everyone deserves to be treated equally, like everything about life, like in terms of love, career, doing
Mm.
what you love to do, the passion, marriage, and whatnot. So this means a lot to us. Even if it's pandemic, we will definitely be out there and try to continue the fight that has been ongoing for decades now. So
Yeah, I totally agree with that also. But I just have this one question because right now it seems like there's an unspoken understanding that the LGBTQ plus community has actually taken a sort of a step back from hashtag Pride 2020 right now. Not really like not doing it, but like to a lesser extent because they wanted to help and focus on more pressing issues like hashtag Black Lives Matter and Junk Terror Bill. How does that make you feel that? your community is like not really like not doing Pride right now, but like taking a step back to
Mm,
help
mm,
out
mm,
with
mm.
other issues. How does that make you feel?
That's a good one. I don't think it's more of like a step back. It's probably more like just trying to use our platform, our voices to help out others that are in need, like pushing for
Mm,
just like what you mentioned about the Black Lives Matter, like still supporting them, and at the same time showing the world that we of colors actually support other issues too, like the Black Lives Matter. That we're still out there, that we're not just focused on our own issues, that we can focus on our own issues and at the same time help out others too, because in the community, if you take us as part of the minority, then there's nothing else we can do but to
mm,
also help others, like fellow minorities.
mm,
So that's just what we do. I
mm.
don't think it's a step. I get your point, I get your question though, but I
Yeah,
think it's just really a wise way of just still pushing for our issues, like
yeah.
still fighting for the battle or for the fight that we want to go for, that we've been fighting for quite a while, but just
Mm,
probably taking a U-turn, or probably just another path to take, but still
mm.
pushing for our issues.
Yeah, I, yeah, I agree with you. It's not really a step back. Like I was trying to look for the right language, but I agree with you
Right,
that
right, right.
you guys in the LGBTQ plus community, you're using your platform to lift other people up. So it's not you're not taking a step back. You're just like, I mean, you're lifting other people on their shoulders, like the ones that their
Right,
voices
right.
need to be heard more right now, the ones that
Yeah,
need more help right now.
yeah.
And I
Mhm.
am so like such a huge fan of that. Like even though that June is Pride Month, but you're also like you guys, you're using your platform to help others, other minorities who also not really might not really have the same problems as you guys have, but also like know that struggle, know that need to be heard, know that need to be like accepted. So yeah, I'm just really happy about that, and I'm glad
Yeah,
that you
me
see it that
too.
way
So
also.
proud of that. Right.
Right. So knowing that it's Pride Month right now, and then it's still like pretty hard to, go out and like do the marches or like do
Right.
gatherings. Do you have any tips or advice for how people can exactly celebrate Pride Month in their own way, even though they're staying at home or maybe like smaller gatherings? Do you have any tips in mind to do that?
Well, I would say one of the things that we can definitely take advantage of is the freedom of speech, like which is also in question right now, as you know. But I think the social media is a great platform for us to continue the fight. I think it is a great way for us to also keep on convincing people that we're also humans, that we deserve to be treated the same way. It's just very hard to do it outside. So I think we just have to make use of our resources, the available resources, and social media is definitely one of the things that we can capitalize on, or we can take advantage of. So just continue doing
Mm,
what you're doing. For me, I still try to use my Instagram or my Facebook page to still continue reminding the people that we're still here, we're part of the community, and
mm,
we actually just don't want it to be LGBTQ plus community. We want it to be like
mm.
literally just one community with everybody else. We don't want to be
Yeah.
segregated like that anymore. We just have no choice but to do it that way, because it's the community, it's a society that kind of forces us to have our own community. But again, we continue to fight. We continue to let the world know that we're just all under one umbrella, and it's full of rainbows, full of colors, as you can see
Yeah.
my background. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. That is a good way to look at it. That is a great way to look at it, actually. Like you don't want to be like a different community anymore. You want to be part of the
yes,
community, and I think that's something that not a lot of people look at it that way. That we're not different communities. We're just one community. We're just the human
right,
community, if you think about it. So
true,
yeah,
true.
yeah, that is a great way to look at it. That is something that people need to look at and think of right now. And thank you very much for that answer. But let's get into some questions from the fans right now because I've been seeing a few of them.
Sure.
Ken has been messaging me. So from at underscore Ron WWE, his question is, who inspires you to become the Rainbow Warrior?
That's a good one. Um, hmm. I think, is it too weird to say that I inspire myself? No, it's
No,
probably.
no, you can explain that.
uh, I think it's because of the things that I have to go through when I was younger.
Yeah.
Because it's not like I was so open to my family right off the bat. Well, they didn't really
Mm.
ask me to be somebody else. It's just that it's not during my time or during our time. It's not part of the norm. You know, it's not part of the
Yeah.
norm. So it was myself who actually stopped myself from being out there initially. So I guess it's just the fact that I want to help the rest of the world or the rest of the LGBTQ community who probably have experienced the same thing that I have experienced in the past or growing up. I guess it's
Yeah.
just really more of that. Like those issues inspired me to become this because, like I said earlier, I am. I'm really. This is my advocate. This is my advocacy. I
Mm.
want the world to know that it is okay to be, to be you. That you don't have to stop yourself from going out there and wearing your true colors. I know it's a lot easier said than done. Believe me, I
Yeah.
know because when I was growing up, it wasn't really easy. No matter how much people tell me that it's all right, your family is gonna love you at the end of the day, your dad is gonna
Mm.
be there at the end of the day, so it's definitely gonna be fine. But it's still not that easy. You just have to wait for the right time, for the right moment. And if I may just share with
Yeah.
you, JDL,
Go on. Please.
the very first time that I had an open communication with my parents about me being me was
Mm.
exactly a year ago. It was
Just
our
just 1 year
show.
ago?
Yes. Like, I'm pretty sure they already know the real me, but, just me having the literally communicating about the real me to my
Mm.
parents was
Mm.
exactly a year ago. Our show in June 2019. I'm not sure if you remember. So
That
towards the
was
end of the show,
back in earn. That was
yes.
back in
So
earn.
to, yes. So towards the end of the show, um, there was a promo segment. There was a promo between Quattro, Chino, and yours truly, and we were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So Quattro had a match against, I think it was Ralph Imabayashi, and then
Yeah. Yeah.
he won. And then Chino came out. Chino challenged Quattro, for the title,
Mm.
and then I came out, and then I
Yeah.
said, "It's a Pride Month, and they say it's my month, but yada yada yada." And then in the middle, I said, "And speaking of which, I'd like to say hello to my parents, to my mom and to my dad, who are actually right over there." Then I just pointed at them,
Mm.
and then I said, "The proudest parents of somebody who represents LGBTQ community." And then I saw my dad doing this. Like literally, I saw my mom and
Oh.
my dad. They were waving. Seriously, so it was the very first
Mm-hmm.
time, and it was not planned. It was not planned. It just like it was on the fly.
Wow.
For some
Mm.
reasons I was feeling the audience. I was feeling Quattro and Chino, and I'm like, I gotta have my own moment. I gotta have my own moment. And I just blurted out of my mouth. And I just pointed at them and I saw my dad. He was like this. You know what he was saying?
Mm.
No, I'm
Oh.
not his dad. I'm kidding. No, of course, that's not what he said. Of course, I'm kidding. No, he was
All right.
he was just so proud of me. Like it was the very first time
Mm.
that I had that.
Mm.
I mean, I'm pretty sure my parents know. They've probably known
You.
for a
Yeah.
while. But we just never had that communication. It was the first time. So
Okay.
this month and PWR will always have a special place in my heart. You guys, PWR gave me the that moment. You know what I'm saying? I probably, I could talk to my parents about me. I guess,
Yeah.
yeah, but it just made it so special because I was a champion at that time. I was gonna
Mm.
go up
Yeah.
against two other champions. It was Pride Month. The show is
Mm.
named after, not really Martivo, but that's what that's what
Yeah.
Martivo is all about. Back and earn. So it was just so surreal. It was like winning another championship, seriously, and I
That
won't
is
trade it for anything.
that is amazing. The first time you ever openly talked about your sexuality was at a PWR show, and
Mm-hmm,
you just
mm-hmm,
blurted out in the ring because of the emotions that ran through you.
mm-hmm.
I'm not sure
Yes.
if that's the best way to explain it to your parents, but that is an awesome way to to talk about it. Definitely,
Right.
and thank you for sharing that story here on hashtag PWG Live. I'm happy for you, man. I'm happy. Like, I really thought that they knew like a while ago that ever because like you don't hide yourself when you're wrestling. You have one of the most uh, exciting entrances, the most dynamic entrances in PWR. You wear the brightest colors. You wear your personality on your sleeve. So I thought that your parents already knew, but apparently you just never. Well, siguro naman may inkling sila. But like
Right,
that
right,
was
yeah, sure.
the PWR show was the first time you actually said it in front of them. That
Yes,
is
yes,
amazing.
yes, yes. And it was my first time my dad watched me live. First time.
Wow. Okay.
Mm-mm.
Well, I that is as people said that it was an amazing moment, and thank you for sharing that moment again.
Thank
But
you.
wow, medyo na wala yung ano. But yeah, that show on June 9th, 2019, the Pac and Earn show, that was definitely a great show, and it was our chance to like give back to also like to put that community in the highlight as a PWR show, and then
Oh my God. It was
you
a
hit
big deal.
the
It was a
definitely
big
one of
deal.
the most shared PWR shows. Yeah, it was a really big deal. All right, so we got to get into
Yeah.
the other questions because like medyo na ano lang na. I was
Sure.
sidetracked there. Okay, so the next question. Um, I gotta ask though, like, so let's get into some wrestling questions now. So can I ask
Okay.
what your first ever wrestling memory was?
Oh, shoot. That's a good one. It's gonna take a while if I really try to remember. Um, hmm.
Go lang.
Pero you know what? What I can really remember, ito lang honestly, ang naaalala ko lang, um, women's wrestling. Growing up,
Mm,
always women's
mm,
wrestling. I'm sure,
yep.
sure I can, sure I remember Undertaker, uh, Kane, Stone Cold, The Rock. Sure, I remember those guys. Pero what always stuck in
Mm,
my head, women's wrestling talaga. Like it's
mm,
basically the reason I wanted to do it. It's because if you see men going at it, like it's part of the norm. You kind of expect it. But if you see women
yeah.
going at it, like Jazz, Nidia, Molly
Mm,
Holly, those ladies like go at it. You're like, oh, what the hell? This is a little too much. It's not something that you expect women to do. You know what I'm saying? So, and then I
yeah.
started seeing them regularly. And then next thing you know, I would turn on the TV just for me to see women's wrestling. That's how I
Mm,
fell in love with wrestling. I mean, nothing against the men wrestlers,
of
of
course.
course. But I guess it's just a matter of
Mm,
what really wanted me to be a part of it, and it's women's wrestling.
mm. It's funny that you mentioned women's wrestling because I've been reading some of your articles also online, and you mentioned that Melina and Manami Toyota are some of your idols growing up.
Uh
So, what is it
huh.
about those two women that drew you to them? Like, why Melina? Why Manami Toyota? Like, can you explain that to us?
Sure, Melina, because to be perfectly honest with you, Melina, the first time I saw Melina, I kept telling myself that she's Filipina. And now she can't be an American. She can't be. Yes, I was telling myself like she has to be a Filipina. Then I saw her last name,
Oh,
it's Perez. And I'm like, oh my god, she's freaking Filipino. Only to realize she's not, and I'm like, I don't care. She's still great. Like for me, she's so innovative. She's
mm,
flexible. She tells a story like nobody else could. You
mm,
would love to hate her. Like she's such
mm,
an effective heel. But at the same time, when she became a baby face, you would want to go rally behind her and just want her to
mm.
win. And her moveset, like they're not mainstream. She tries to tweak
Yeah.
something, tweak a particular move just to make it her own. She's always like that. Like she keeps things
Mm,
fresh all the
mm,
time. And I like her so much up to the extent that when I met her, like back, I believe it was back
mm,
2012 during World
mm.
Wrestling Fan Experience. I'm pretty sure you were there.
Yeah, I was there. I was
WWFX.
there.
You remember? Okay.
I was there.
So there was a long line. I think the longest line
Mm.
was for autograph signing. It was
John Morrison
for
nata
John
nun.
Morrison. Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Tapos yung sumunod was Melina. Tapos nung
Oh.
kaharap ko na siya, literally, oh my God, I did not realize that yung starstruck pala is super true, is super real.
Yep.
Like
Yeah,
it
yeah,
felt
yeah.
like everything stopped. I was just staring at her and my knees were
Mm.
shaking. Yung totoong nagsishake ka, like ang hina ng knees ko, like I just wanna sit down. Pero I couldn't because she was in
Mm.
front of me. Tapos I started talking to her, was like, hey Melina, I just wanna let you know. I sounded a little stalker-ish. I was telling her that, hey Melina, I just wanna let you know that I have been following your career like since OVW days. Like literally. And it's been
Wow.
7 years, I think, at that time. And she was like, oh, I won't forget this. This is what she said. aren't you sweet? And then I think I can't remember if we hugged each other. I can't remember. I can't even remember
Mm,
talaga. Basta like autograph siya and then we took pictures and then that's it. And then I literally had to sit down for at least 10 minutes because my knees were shaking. Pero going back to the question, kaya si Melina, it's
yes.
because I find her she's phenomenal for me. As for Manami Toyota, I think it's
Mm,
more like the yung bang parang mas solid in terms of moves, like how do I explain it?
yeah.
If you see Japanese wrestling, more often than not,
Mm,
you're like, it cannot be fake. And no,
mm,
I don't think it's scripted and all that because of the spots that they do, especially during
yeah,
Manami
yeah.
Toyota's time, like at the peak of her career, 1990, 2000, especially 1990s. She was for me like, she's a monster, but she's so pretty.
Mm,
She's so
mm,
sexy, and she's so poised. Like she doesn't
mm,
really during her interview, she's so poised, grace, and she's all about glamour and all
mm.
that. But once you hear that ring, that the bell ring, she's a totally different person. So I guess that's why I like her, and also her moves. Like she has
Exactly.
original moves that talaga.
Actually, kung sa mga nanonood ngayon, if you want to watch like the wildest wrestling moves ever, even up to now, comparing to now, watch Manami Toyota videos on YouTube.
True.
I assure you,
Yes.
talo niya pa si Ricochet. I'm just saying, talo niya pa si Ricochet sa
Oh
pagka-intense ng
my
moves
God,
niya.
so true. So that's the
Yun,
word I
yung
was looking
feeling ko.
for. Intense.
Intense siya. Because like, when you watch some of her matches back then, like early 90s, talo niya pa yung
Ah,
ibang lalaki. Sobrang talo niya
right.
pa yung ibang
Totally agree.
lalaki. Which leads to my next
Lalo-
question actually. Kasi
Sure.
we all know, actually, like comment ko lang, nakatawa na akala mo Pinay si Melina. Probably because of her storyline with Batista. Hindi ko alam. Anyway, um, we all know, alam natin lahat na si Melina prominent sa WWE programming and probably that's where you saw a lot of her also, along with the OVW days. But how were you able to watch the Manami Toyota matches back then? Was it YouTube or did you have any other way to watch her matches?
So when I was really young, like before PWR days, I would wrestle with my cousins, like literally put
Mm,
on matches
mm,
on a mattress. Tapos yung usual na magagalit yung parents mo, like, oh, stop doing that. Lalabas na yung spring nung kama. And then we have to buy a new one. So, when we were really young. Pero my cousins and I would put on matches. Tapos I would
mm,
always want to have something new. Kasi nga, ganun si Melina. So I'm like, no,
yeah.
I want to do this. I don't want to do a
Mm,
simple DDT. I have nothing against those who are using DDT. But you know what I'm saying? Ayoko lang siya na masyado mainstream. Kasi gusto ko lagi
mm, mm,
fresh. So I would
yeah.
always watch videos of Melina. And then for some reasons, like at one time, I just came across this video. I'm like, Manami Toyota. Probably, I'm not sure why, pero
Mm.
parang Melina Manami. I guess it has something to do with the, alphabetical order. I don't know. Pero nung
Oh.
I started seeing her videos, like jaw dropping, like I can't picture myself anymore. Pero para talaga I couldn't believe that that's how they do it in Japan. Like hindi
Mm,
masyadong bouncy yung ring. Tapos parang wala silang foam sa ring. Tapos sobrang crisp nung tunog, like when they take
mm.
bumps. Tapos
Oh.
the hair pulls, especially her matches against Bull Nakano, Aja Kong, and those Bison Kimura, those ladies. Like, oh my God, she's so intense. So parang feeling ko, intense version siya ni Melina. Pero syempre, I just understood, parang I connected with Melina even more. Kasi probably because I understood what she was saying. Kasi English, like as compared to Manami Toyota, whenever they have matches, like you won't really understand. Connection wise was more
Mm,
with Melina, pero kapag intense talaga, oh good lord, like Manami is at the top of my list, definitely.
mm. Okay. Yeah. Like I have to agree. If sa mga wrestlers na coming up pa lang right now, if you wanna like get inspiration for new moves, Manami Toyota, no failure. Thank
True.
you for answering that question and salamat sa mga nagko-comment ng question din ngayon. You have a lot of great questions, guys, but yung ibang questions to I have ready lined up later on, so I'll shout you guys out once I ask the question. Pero we have a question from Ken Warren right now. Yung question niya more finisher
Mm,
based because your finisher the gravitate. It's like the double underhook, so, driver
yes.
or buster, hindi ko alam yung technical name niya. But yung tanong ni Ken, if you, if you were to face Angel Garza and Trexas in a triple threat match, Kasi pareho yung finishers niyo lahat. Because Trexus also uses the double underhook buster. Garza's finisher is also the double underhook buster. Who do you think would win given you all have the same finishing maneuvers? Yan. Yan. No, no words
Ah,
needed. No words needed.
pero you know what? I'm not sure, James, if you can remember. I just want to share to the guys out there. I'm not sure if you can remember. Alam mo kung bakit Gravite yung name ng finisher ko?
Uh,
It, do you
yung
remember?
the cultural reason or like may reason ka behind it?
May reason ako behind it. It's you.
Okay, go.
You don't
Ako?
you probably yes, you probably don't remember. So, ganito yung nangyari
Ako ba?
noon. Practice match. Oh my God, hindi mo alam. So, ito yung ito, trivia guys, trivia. So, having ano practice match, 'di ba? You were our head trainer. So, practice match
Mm,
kami, you were there. Eh, sabi ko nga, lagi ako naghahanap ng not so mainstream moves. And then I kept on trying to come up with a finisher na parang feeling ko na parang talagang fresh sa mata.
mm,
It's really hard to look for an original move. A lot of moves have already been created. Like sobrang hirap talagang gumawa ng original move. So sabi ko, I probably would want to use a finishing move na sobrang madalang lang gamitin. I but it honestly, I can remember kung paano ko nakita yung Gravite. I can remember
mm,
kung sino yung wrestler, but it's just in my head and I wanted to do it. So and I did it.
mm,
So nung sa practice match pala, kausap ko, I forgot who I was up against. Pero so I finally did it. Tapos ang sinigaw ko, because
mm.
the feedback to me was I wasn't really gay enough. Like if I wanted to play a gay character inside the ring, I
Yeah.
wasn't gay enough. Pero you said it like the most professional way. Like you were just
Mm,
literally helping me out. Kasi parang I have to incorporate yung moves ko doon sa gimmick ko. That's what we were learning at that time. So that's when
yeah.
I started to do the hip attack, the kembot, and all that.
Mm, yeah.
Um, and then I also started incorporating yells like back ganun. Whenever I do the chop across the chest, I'd say back, and people would say
Yeah.
ganun. Tapos nag-start na ako maging vocal. And then I hit that move before I hit that move, like the drop itself, I yelled ganite, which is a gay lingo for ganito.
Mm, yeah, yeah, yeah.
I yelled ganite, ganite. Then I hit it, bam. And then
Mm.
you screamed like you yelled gravite. That's what you thought I said. That's what you heard.
Ah.
You were so excited dahil dun sa move na yon, probably because it was fresh, like nobody has done it in the
Yeah.
past. Tapos you were
Mm.
jumping like, oh my God, gravite, gravite. And then 1, 2, 3, and I'm like, gravite, I didn't say that. I said ganite. But
Sorry.
it sounds good. And then I said, no, seriously. And then it sounds good. Gravite, why not? It's so original. And then I went with it. Gravite.
Mm.
That's the story of the
Akala,
gravite. Pero,
akala ko talaga
ang
gravity kasi gravity, tas gravity. Alam mo yan, parang
right.
ginabagsak ko siya eh. So may gravity.
Oo.
Wow, okay. Never ko
Actually,
yun
nung
alam.
narinig ko yun, nung narinig ko yun na sinabi mong gravite, sabi ko, bakit ba gravite? And then I realized gravity and grabi-ite, like, gay lingo, grabi-ite.
Oh.
Sabi ko, yeah, I'm gonna roll with it. So yun na, I went with it. And, it's an original. It's an original JDL/Martivo. Why not?
Yo, thank you. Salamat sa pag-share ng story niyan. Hindi ko talaga alam.
Yeah.
Pangalawang beses mo to, medyo na-derail na yung, yung thought process ko, Martivo, Pero thank you, PWG exclusive, apparently, Gravity, nanggaling sa akin.
Yes.
Man, okay. So, you already talked about the training sa PWR, with the practice matches and everything. Can you tell us like a little bit, ano yung experiences mo sa training sa PWR? Like, not to blow smoke up,
Okay.
man. I just really want to know how your
Alright.
experience was. You've talked about it in other interviews now, but I just want, for the people who are watching right now, or the people who will be watching this later on, can you tell us about your experience?
Sure. So when I decided to try out for PWR, I wasn't really thinking of, me being gay, baka hindi nila magustuhan, they may not be open to it because, it's man-dominated sport. So how am I
Yeah.
going to act? Pero I didn't really think about it because I have so much love for for the sport. Growing up, it has always been my
Mm.
dream to come out with my own music, to hear people cheering my name on, like cheering me on. Tapos na nag-a-appear ako sa kanila, like, it has always been my dream. So parang na-overpower lang talaga yung dream ko nung concern kong yun. And then I just
Mm.
realized, probably after several weeks of being with you guys, I just realized that I really never felt na I was na outcast ako, like na OP ako, or I was bullied in any way. Not a lot of people were really talking to me, and I won't be surprised kasi hindi naman din talaga ako hindi naman talaga ako ganun kadaldal nung una, because
Mm.
I
Yeah.
guess dahil nga siguro bading ako, like I'm not sure how to approach people and all that. Ako lang naman ang bading noon at that time. Charot lang. Ako lang naman joke lang. Ako lang naman yung
Oh,
bading
oh,
noon. So I'm
wala
like,
akong sinabi.
ako lang naman yung bading doon. So I'm like, oh my God. So let's just see what's gonna happen. Even
Mm.
si Robin,
Yeah.
we didn't really talk like even for months. We weren't really talking to each other. We weren't looking at each other. But that's a different story. But anyway, so first day, I am not gonna say this because I want to scare people, okay? I'm going to say
Mm.
this because I'm honest, okay? First
Mm.
day, it was probably the most tiring day of my life.
Mm.
One of the most tiring days of my life. Literally, I went through pain, like
Mm.
sobrang hirap, pagod. I never sweat that much. Sobrang talaga siyang, like, ang iniisip ko, is this a test? Like, do they just want to see us? Do they just want to find out kung sino yung hindi may kaya nito and they can just bid them goodbye? Tapos dun sa mga kaya, we'll see you guys next week or something to that effect.
Mm.
Yun yung mga pumapasok sa utak ko nun. But oh my God, like sobrang pagod. It was not fun for me physically. So
Mm.
recently, I look at that I accidentally hit on yung parang chat room ko at saka ng PWR. And it
Mm.
was August 2015 nung nag-message pala ako kay
Mm.
PWR. And then my question,
Mm.
one of the first questions that I asked PWR was, do I have to be physically fit? Like,
Mm.
aesthetically speaking, do I have to be like that? And the response
Mm.
that I got was, no, you don't have to, as long as you can finish all the drills. Yun ang sagot sa akin. So
Mm.
sabi ko, okay pala. Kasi, I have
Yeah.
labs, hindi naman ako ganun ka-muscular, person. Sabi ko, oh my God, this is probably something for me. Kasi I can really, try out. Look, I didn't know, I didn't know na I was gonna go through hell pala. Akala
Yeah.
ko, sige, I don't have to be physically fit, I just have to finish all the drills. Little did I know I was gonna go through hell. So guys, pero don't get me wrong, don't get me wrong. Every
Mm.
bit of training that I had did actually help me in more ways than one. Sobra. Like,
Yeah.
magpapasalamat ka na you went through all the grueling tasks, the drills, yung cardio, yung endurance and all that. Kasi lahat ginamit ko yun when I debuted and I
Mm.
went along with my career. Lahat yun nagamit ko. So, as they say, no pain, no gain. So,
Mm.
that's
Yeah.
true.
Exactly. And yun, I've mentioned this in the past na we're not pagdating sa looks, we're not really looking at that. We just look more at the passion. Na kung kaya mo gawin, like, basta hindi ka lang mag-quit. Basta pinapakikita mo lang na
Right.
gustong-gusto mo yung wrestling. Tuloy-tuloy ka lang.
Yes.
Tulungan ka din namin. Kasi yung mga nagtatrain sa'yo, mahal din ang wrestling. So kung makita namin yung pagmamahal mo sa wrestling, malamang tutulong din kami. Hindi na naman kami ganun ka
True.
But yeah, thank you for sharing that. And actually, na-touch on mo na si Robin, so we'll get into that part now. We'll skip ahead a little bit. So may tanong dito si at Ernesto Marie. Ernesto Marie. Question for Martivo. Paano naging matatag ang bond nyo ni Robin bilang tag team?
Sobrang legit nung relationship namin. Like, so I mentioned earlier na we weren't really like talking to each other when we started kasi kabatch ko siya sa training. Talagang di talaga kami nag-usap for months. Like, we just didn't talk to each other. We didn't even look at each other. Like, wala siya, wala ako. Until one show, it was IAC. I was helping out because I was young gaying, if that's a term. I was,
Okay.
uh, uh,
Yung
I was helping
gay.
out with the chairs. Oh, yung gaying. I was helping out
Yeah.
with the chairs. Tapos she was tasked to take care of the tickets. Tapos parang I didn't have anything else to
Mm-hmm.
do kasi parang prepped up na, lahat okay na. And then she asked me, I think she asked me, sorry Robin, I remember you approached me first. Like she asked me, sabi niya, would you like to help out? Sabi niya, gusto mo akong tulungan? I'm
Mm.
like, sure, sige, sure. Awkward. Kasi tutulungan kami, pero we weren't talking to each other. Like, it was so awkward, awkward. Ganon talaga yung feeling. Tapos
Mm.
siguro, dahil yung pagiging ma-joke ko,
Mm.
nagjo-joke na pala ako at buwebenta sa kanya. You know Robin,
Mm.
like, she
Oo.
laughs at pretty much everything. 'Di ba? Ganon
Shout
siya
out kay
kasarap
Robin
din
tsaka sa
gino-joke.
sobrang intense na tawa niya.
Yes, yes. Next is and then the rest is history. Talagang we never like stop talking to each other. Every training, I'm pretty sure Coach JD,
Mm.
nakita mo yan. Like every train, kami lagi ang may practice match, kami ang tag team sa practice match. We go up
Mm.
against each
Yeah.
other. Like we were inseparable since then, literally inseparable. So to answer that question, I think sobrang legit lang noon. We literally just like each other. And our relationship is not just within, inside the ring or
Yeah.
say outside the ring or arena, even literally outside the arena. Talagang we had our ups and downs, nag-away na kami as friends, nagkabati
Mm.
kami as friends. Like kaya siguro nag-work yung tag team namin kasi kung
Yeah.
ano pa yung gusto niyang ginagawa in the ring, yun yung naman yung ay, how do I put this? Kung ano yung ayaw niya ginagawa sa ring, yun naman yung ginagawa ko sa ring. Tapos minsan
Mm.
itutweak ko yun like, okay, last time you said you didn't want to do this, it's your time to shine. Parang ganon. So say for example, kasi ganon siya like, ayoko mag-shine, ko na lang mag-shine, ikaw na lang ang okay sa shine. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do it
Mm.
this match. Pero next match, ikaw na, no choice ka. Tapos kapag siya na next match, I help her
Mm.
out. Like, ito, pwede mong gawin to, pwede mong gawin yan. Pating ganyan. Ganun.
Mm.
Alam mo kasi ang
Yeah.
gusto niya,
Mm.
magpabugbog. Yun ang gusto niyang role inside the ring. Gusto niya magpabugbog. Like, gusto
I
niyang
know.
she's a daredevil. Like, no, gusto ko to. Gusto, kahit mag-joke ka ng suplex sa floor, yung walang mat,
Mm.
G siya. Ganon siya kabaliw. Tapos gusto niya ako sa shine, ako sa comeback, kasi gusto raw ako ng
Mm.
tao. Kaya nga makikita mo, like, minsan, like, we tweak the matches. Like,
Yeah.
kunwari, ako
Uh,
this time, siya na sa next time. Ganon. Kasi nga, I want it to be fair. It's not all about me. Punk dolls rather,
yeah.
consist of
Uh,
me and her. So, kailangan talaga fair.
yeah.
Pero yun, legit
Exactly.
talaga kaming, we literally love each other. Parang gano'n.
Mm. And I think dahil doon sa pagka-close nyo, malamang yun ang dahilan naging tag team din kayo and nakita din ng mga bookers at the time, hindi ko maalala kung ako yun or anyone else. But like, yun, it shows talaga yung tag team nyo, it shows na paano kayo ka-close and everything and na kilala natin si Robin and shoutout na lang kay Robin. Thank you for all the
Hi.
fun times talaga. Tsaka sa tawa mo.
True.
We miss you. All right. So, let's get into the let's get into the All Out War Championship since you've held that for well, according to Wikipedia, may Wikipedia tayo, di ko alam sino nag-update. Pero according to Wikipedia, you held that for 210 days. And you won that championship in a record, technically record, 15 seconds. Kasi nag-ring ang bell, super kick, gravity, 15 seconds, panalo ka. So how did that moment feel for you when you not only won your first title, but doing it in PWR's record time na 15 seconds?
Um, oh my God, I don't even know where to start. So when I won the championship, I cried my eyes out. I remember crying my
Mm.
eyes out. And alam mo naman, everybody knows now. We already know who's gonna go over. So I
Mm.
knew probably for about a week or 2 weeks I was gonna go over. Um, so I was asking myself, oh my God, will I get emotional kapag napanalunan ko to? And the reason I was asking myself is because for probably more or less a year, meron na ako nung sobrang hunger ko to win a championship. And one
Mm.
of the reasons is because it's my passion. I love it.
Mm.
I've always wanted to be the first legit gay champion, wrestling champion ng Philippines. So I wanted to be that.
Mm.
And I wanted to get it. Kasi malay ko ba kung may iba na palang bading out there na nasa Pinas. I don't know. But I wanted to be the first. I wanted to be the first.
Oh.
And at the same time, every after show, people would come up to me and they'd be like, "Hey, I think you should go for this belt. I think you should be a
Mm,
champ
mm,
right now. Parang paulit-ulit sila, ganun. Like, you deserve this, you
yeah.
deserve that. So in my head, naiipon siya like, oh my God, oo nga, bakit kaya hindi ko siya nakukuha? So the only thing that
Mm,
calms me down is whenever I think of, it's just proper timing. Like, yung right timing
mm,
lang siya eh. Baka kasi walang maayos na storyline. For me, it's not easy to change
yeah.
naman that storyline ng the best way of doing it.
Yeah.
So sabi ko, right timing lang, right timing, right timing. So siguro for about a
Mm,
year, laging ganun yung feeling ko na parang, oh my God, bakit pa wala? People keep on asking me, parang ganyan, ganyan, and all that.
yeah.
Sabi ko, oh my God, I'm gonna get there, I'm gonna get there. So when I won, that's why I asked myself na, will I still get emotional? Kasi
Mm,
siguro mga 1 or 2 matches na before I won the belt na I became emotional kasi nga parang sobrang siguro na-frustrate ako dahil parang feeling ko people keep on asking me tapos hindi ko siya makuha. So I asked myself, will
mm.
I get emotional? Sabi ko hindi na kasi sure na I'm going to win the belt finally. So hindi na ako maging emotional. Oh my good Lord. As soon as I heard the third count,
Mm,
I started crying my eyes out. Ang pangit ng
mm,
iyak ko. Kung sa pelikula yon, kung sa movie yon, oh my God, sabi ni direct, cut, that's too ugly. I watched myself, like I watched that moment a lot of times,
mm,
like numerous times. Ang pangit talaga ng iyak ko. Pero, I still get emotional whenever I see, the clip. I still
yeah.
get emotional. Kasi sobrang legit yung
Mm,
iyak ko. Like, I
yeah.
was not making it up. Literally, I was crying. Kasi if I was only making it up, probably hindi ako ganun kapangit umiyak. Like, arte talaga ako nang umiiyak lang ako. Pero I couldn't stop myself from crying.
Yeah.
Tapos I started hearing
Mm,
people saying, you deserve it.
yeah.
Wala na, I lost it. Wala na. Talaga, okay, I gave in. Like, okay, sige, umiyak ka na lang, bahala ako sa buhay mo. Tapos the ref, I forgot who it was. I think
Si Jace.
si
Si Jace.
Jace. Oh, Jace.
Mm,
Binibigay niya sa akin yung belt. He was handing it over to me. I didn't want to take it because I was so busy crying. Pero hindi ko
mm,
naisip yun, ha? Like, nung binalikan ko lang yung video, doon ko lang naisip na, oh my God, inaabot na pala niya. Pero hindi ko siya pinansin because I was still crying my eyes out. So, that's
mm,
the best moment. Promise, like,
mm.
surreal.
Right? Yeah, and kitang-kita sa video na shinare ko kanina and also nasa YouTube ni PWR, kitang-kita na yung emotion mo bumuhos lang talaga and nag-chant nga
Mm-hmm.
yung crowd ng you deserve it. And I have to say, you do deserve it. Sobrang, you worked
Oh,
hard for a
thank you.
year, you represented for a year, you made sure that whenever you go out, you gave everyone a show and definitely well-deserved yung All Out World Championship na yan. So actually, we have to move on from that All Out World Championship kasi PW Homecoming has dropped. Ipa-plug ko ng onte. So sa mga nanood pa yun, may pin comment kami sa baba, relive the biggest show in Philippine wrestling history circa 2019.
Yes.
Sa www.streamsessions.live, PW Homecoming is still available, 500 pesos.
Yep.
Manood kayo. Because in that show, nandun yung All Out World Championship match ni Jan Evander and defending champion nun, si Martivo. So, obviously, you were part of the event, defend your All Out War title against Jan Evander. How did it feel being at the biggest show in Philippine wrestling history, looking back now?
Ah, it's I'm just so grateful for the opportunity. No, when it was announced to us, like, but we didn't have a lot of
Mm,
details. You guys were not able to share a lot of details to us. Pero
yeah.
I got super excited. Like, it didn't matter, it didn't matter what I was gonna do. Like, if you guys
Mm,
asked me to just go out there and dance, it won't matter as long as I get to be a part of it. Parang ganun lang kasimple
yeah.
yung wish ko because it's going to be one heck of a show. It's the biggest show ever. Like, so kahit na ano
Yeah.
pang pagawa niyo sa akin, yeah, at that time, I was thinking about that. Like, kahit ano pa yan, I'll accept it. And then, I heard that I was going to be booked. Like, magkakamatch ako. And at that time, I was already a champ. So sabi ko, oh my
Mm,
God, like, what the hell did I do to deserve this spot? Like, parang ganun yung
mm,
feeling ko. Tapos nun, like, sige, kahit pa matalo na, makuha na yung belt sa akin, at some point, gonna be taken away from me anyway. So go lang, basta I'm gonna give everything. Like, this is the
mm,
show that's gonna be up there for ages. You know what I'm saying? So sabi ko,
yeah.
sige, kahit ano pa mangyari. And then I was told na I was gonna go over. Like, oh my God, sabi ko, ano ba talaga? Like, parang feeling ko I was gonna die the following day. Kasi, paakyat lang ng paakyat yung, alam mo yun,
Yeah.
yung parang, oh my God, mananalo pa ako. So, I'm just so
Mm.
thankful for the opportunity. Parang feeling ko talaga, everyone in the roster, everyone in, PWR, on screen, off screen, on cam, off cam, inside the ring, outside the ring, everybody like worked
Mm.
literally hard just to be able to, give that show to everyone. And we enjoyed every bit of it. Kahit na sobrang sakit parts na tinitake
Yeah.
natin, like we enjoyed every bit of it. And I'm just so grateful to be a part of that. Alam mo yun yung parang, now I work in the BPO industry. Tapos
Mm.
whenever I talk to other employees, na minsan they could just come up to me na, oh, ikaw po, I heard na parang you're a wrestler. Tapos I start talking about the accomplishments, like on
Mm.
PWR, that, we're at the top right now. Tapos and then I start talking about the championship and homecoming. Sobrang nakaka-proud lang. Like, sobrang
Mm.
nakaka-proud. We have something to
Yeah.
be very proud of. So, thank you for that opportunity.
Well, you got to thank also si Red, si Lynch, si Timnang, all those guys who
Oh,
made it
right,
possible for
right. Oh,
Future
yeah,
Homecoming.
true,
All
true.
those three guys that made the spark
Right.
definitely. And also
Yeah.
you gotta be proud. We're definitely proud of you because like you also accomplished a lot and you're representing a lot also for PWR. I have to ask lang though, sino nag-isip ng idea na to do the breaking of the wood seesaw sa crotch ni John Evander? Sino ba yung ano yun?
Okay,
Yun yung
so
favorite spot ko for the whole
first,
night. Sino ba nag-isip nun?
main math.
Main Max!
Yes, kudos to
Wow!
him.
Main Max, ah.
So, so hawak namin yung stick, no? Medyo makapal
Oo.
siya eh. Medyo talaga makapal siya. If you guys check out the match, check out the entire show. Makapal talaga
Yeah.
siya. And Jen and I did not expect it to break. It was never intended to break. In fact, we were gonna use it doon sa finish ng match. So, hindi talaga namin siya
Oh.
gustong mag-break. And it broke. And I was so concerned kasi it broke. I'm like, oh my God, I'm pretty sure Jan wants to have kids. What the hell did I do? I was, I was, I was so concerned, like literally. I can't remember if I asked him if he
Mm.
was okay, but I think I did. I
Mm.
can't remember exactly. Pero it was never intended to break. Like, hindi talaga siya. Kasi makapal siya. So we didn't expect na magbe-break talaga siya. So we had to use
Mm.
something else para dun sa finish. Kasi nga, it broke. Yeah, pero it was main
Kaya,
max. Kasi parang we were thinking of, like, you were trying to come up with spots and all that. Kasi alam mo naman, AOW, sobrang talagang spot fest talaga siya. So, okay, anong gagawin natin dito? So parang, I think main max have been watching us for quite a while at that time.
oo.
Until he
Oo.
came up to us, and he's a man of very few words. Si Max, alam mo
Very few
yan,
words, yeah.
talagang kanala siya, very few
Oo.
words. So he came up to us, he didn't say anything. He didn't say a single word. He came up to
Oo.
us, he took the stick, he asked one of us to stand like dun sa ropes.
Mm.
Tapos
Oo.
talagang parang inan lang niya, he just showed it to us.
Mm.
And then he looked at us and we were like, oh heck yeah. And then he walked away without saying a word. Without saying a word. Ganun po si Main Max. He's so
Shout out kay
helpful.
Main Max. Yung,
Shout out
hindi
kay
to, hindi to na-realize ng mga tao. Si Main Max, one of the best wrestling minds in Philippine wrestling right now. Hindi lang nila nakikita eh.
Uh-huh.
Kasi hindi
Mm-mm.
siya nagsalita eh. Pero,
Mm-mm.
yun, ganun si
Mm-mm.
Max. Madami lang talaga siyang idea. Kung napanood
Yes.
nyo, kung nandun
Uh-huh.
kayo sa, I think that was the last PWR show nung February, nung Love at First Fight. Yung All Out War match nila, or hindi ko alam kung All Out War match, or basta no disqualification match nila against ni MSG versus yung Kakay Bros.
Mm. Um,
Basta ako, like 50% of the ideas kay Main Max lahat yun. Yung napaano siya sa
sobrang,
Legos na
yes,
tinanggal yung sapatos niya.
everything.
Main Max, mad genius, I have to say. All right.
True.
So thank you for sharing that story. And I
Mhm.
have to say, talaga, you had a great run with the All Out War Championship.
Thank you.
You really gave it a lot of personality. Yung making it your own with the pink feathers, and then bringing your own sense of like personality or flavor into the title defenses. And All Out War la matches pa nga lang eh. Yung pangalan pa nga lang eh. So, pero ngayon, since you've done representing All Over Championship na, it's with Jan Evander na, regretfully. So, ano yung mindset mo ngayon? Like, do you want to challenge for it again, or are there other titles on your radar right now in PWR?
Ngayon, to be perfectly honest with you, I'm pretty sure we all have the same thinking right now. We just miss wrestling so much, and
Yeah.
we can't wait for us to start, training again. Well, although we train at home, I'm pretty sure you do.
Mm.
Pero sa ngayon kasi, I just want to hold a championship. I just want to have another belt around my waist. Yun lang siya. Regardless kung
Mm.
AOW to, regardless kung you know, the tag team belts or PHX, um, kahit na anong belt pa siya, I just want to have another belt around my waist. I cannot wait to accessorize the belts again. I can't wait to do that. So,
Mm.
pero I guess it's
Yeah.
just a matter of, just like what I mentioned earlier, right timing lang talaga to. There are other talented wrestlers out there sa roster natin. They also
Mm.
deserve championship run. Pero, as they say, um, good things happen to those who wait, but only the
Exactly.
things left by those who hustle. So, I'm gonna
Mm.
hustle. I'm gonna hustle. Ayoko ng tira-tira, pero I'm definitely gonna be out there. We'll try to get another belt around my waist. Kaso kung anong belt pa to, we'll
Mm.
see. Kasi kailangan talaga very strategic ang attack natin eh. Literally, it has to
Mm.
be strategic. Like, mhm.
Tama. So, actually, yun nga, like, you touch on everyone right now gusto lang natin bumalik sa wrestling. Pero, if babalik nga tayo sa wrestling, locally, or let's say locally muna, like, who would be the wrestler that you haven't faced yet na you would like to face in a match?
You will always be at the top of my list, JD. You will always be at the top of
Thank
my
you.
list. Uh, alam mo ba, I always go back to our practice match when you gave
Mm.
me a super kick. It was a super
Yeah.
kick, like one hell of a super kick, like it came out of nowhere. Pero I it felt so good kasi if I'm not mistaken, it was probably the best super kick I've ever had to take. Or it was the first
Mm.
super kick that I had to take. Yun yung naisip ko eh. And I won't forget that practice match. Tapos lagi kong iniisip na lang, oh my God, dapat magkaroon na talaga kami ng match ni Great JDL. Pero if may concern man ako sa magiging match natin, it's going to be your your cardio, okay? I'm trying to look for words, the perfect way to describe
Mm.
your cardio. Oh my God, you are a cardio machine. So, kung
Thank
meron
you.
naman ako magiging, kung meron man ako magiging concern, it's definitely going to be that. At mapapressure ako ng sobra. Pero I'm pretty sure we will be able to put up a really, an awesome match. Like we can think of different
Mm.
spots. Ikaw pa ba? You've been in the business for the longest time. Pero yung cardio lang. So I'm gonna have to prepare for that. I think it's a good thing that I started doing regular exercises dito sa
Mm. Mm.
condo. And kasi in the past, it's really hard if wrestling is not your job. It's really if it's on the side.
Mm. Yeah.
I know reasons are
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
losers, but at the end of the day, if you're always interacting with your clients, if that's your job, then it's hard for you to
Mm.
just set it aside. And I know reasons are for losers, mahirap talaga siya. Mahirap talaga siyang i-justify.
Mm.
Pero what I do na lang, if I
Mm.
can go to practice, kasi minsan I deal with clients ng Sunday or even Saturday night. If I can go
Yeah.
to practice, I make it a point that I do a lot of stuff here, at my place. Lalo na ngayon, very regular na yung exercise ko. I gained weight. I'm not sure if it's muscle or whatever, pero kasi I've been doing it regularly. So I hope muscles, pero sarap din kasi kumain eh. Pero that's what I do. Again,
Mm.
going back to your question, it's definitely going to be you. And Ah, two names lang ang naisip ko, ikaw at
Mm.
saka let's make it three names. Ang dami.
Go.
Ikaw, si Mike Madrigal,
Mm.
and si Kenwa.
Mm. Okay.
Yan.
Thank you. Thank you. I
Ikaw kasi nga,
inform lang, wait lang. I'll just cut you off a little bit, because like we have 2 minutes left
sure.
sa first part ng live na to. So if it cuts off, I'll just make a new live and then let's jump in na lang. Don't worry, don't worry. Ganito
Oh,
talaga.
okay.
We've had
Okay.
hour long. Yeah, so
Okay.
just letting you know. But yeah, please
Yeah.
continue with your
Yeah.
answer.
Yeah, you, because you're literally up there. You're the best wrestler that we have in the roster. So that's no question. Everybody knows that. Tapos si
Thank
Mike,
you.
kasi I had my graduation match with Mike Madrigal. I went up against him. And it was a memorable match din. Ang gusto ko kay Matt, sobrang gusto niya talaga ng itop yung previous performance niya. You're only as good as your last
Definitely.
performance. He's always like that. We should always be like that. Pero siya kasi yung parang he's highly competitive. Like sobra, like ang dami
Mm.
niyang ideas. Tapos he doesn't take all the spotlight. Ganon siya, yung parang, sige, ito baka pwede mong gawin to. Sige, willing akong, alam mo yun, yung, hindi lang yung sarili niya iniisip niya. Si Kenwa,
Mm.
kasi nga, I've never had a match against him or even with him. Except dun sa Path of Gold. I remember he gave me that Pele kick. It gave me a dong in the head. Like, a big dong in the head. Hi.
Sorry na cut off na. But can you please continue the part yung you're
Sure.
telling the story
Yung
about
kay
Kenwa
Kenwa.
hitting you
Alright.
in the face at Path of
He,
Gold?
he asked me nicely naman, like, Martivo, can you please take this for me? Like, you know, at that time, he was like a big time heel. At ibang-iba siya. Just so you guys know, Ken Warren is so different backstage. He is
Mm.
totally different. Like, 360 degrees different siya dun sa dating character niya, like when he was still heel.
Yeah.
So he asked me so nicely, like, Martivo, can you please take this? Can you please take this? And I'm like, oh, heck yeah. Like, alam mo naman tayo, pag Path of God,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
all spots just
All
given to
out.
me. Like, sige, I'ma take everything. And then,
Exactly.
bam! Pele kick, and then bam! And then I took a bump, like, pero may narinig pa rin akong dong sa head ko, and it stayed there for a few seconds, I think. But it was so awesome kasi
Mm.
nga, feeling ko na nagawa namin yung spot na gusto niya. So, and I've never had a
Yeah.
match with him and against him, I think. So it's definitely him too.
All
I would
right.
want to have a match with him.
I agree. And or two out of three na diretso PWGs versus Punk Dolls. I'm just saying. Para dyan na, dalawa na kagad.
Yes,
Exactly.
true.
All right, so we're going down to the last few questions. And I thank you for staying on
Okay.
for more than an hour right now. And alam ko day
Sure.
off mo, but thank you for joining us. So, last question ko muna before we get into a new segment. So, as a wrestler, alam ko ngayon coronavirus pandemic tayo, hindi tayo masyado makalabas and everything. But after this pandemic, ano yung mga goals mo as a professional wrestler? Like, once all of this is behind us na.
I definitely would want to continue keeping everything that I do fresh. I would continue, thinking of other things that I can do. Just like what I mentioned earlier, get back to the title picture. I just, sa ngayon kasi parang it's so simple. I just want to have a match. Alam mo yun, it's that simple. And then probably take it from there. The guys probably won't understand, especially if you're not a wrestler. Pero if you're not a wrestler, but if you're a wrestler, you do anything just to be in that ring and do it again. Like, nakakamiss ng magpa-chop. Like, I ask people to chop me across my chest just so I can feel the pain again. Is that weird? I don't think that's weird, no? Pero,
It's not weird. It's not weird.
pero yeah, probably just to get a match and show the people now, even if we've been in hiatus for how many months now, na parang we probably didn't lose the touch that, we're not rusty, that we've been doing a lot of training at home, a lot of exercise. We've been reviewing a lot of videos because I've been doing that. So yeah, we want to show the world that we are so back. Yun lang yung gusto ko ngayon.
Pero nakaka-excite yung unang bump natin. Medyo nakakatakot, medyo exciting.
I was about to say that. Like, gusto ko siya i-try dito, pero oh my God, it's still different. Alam mo yun? So, nakakatakot siya.
Antayin na tayo sa ring. All right, so thank you for that answer, and we're gonna wind it down. So I'm gonna go into our next segment, which is called Whip Flash. So yung mangyari sa segment na to, mag-flash ako ng card na may word. Tapos ang gagawin mo, you can cut a promo or you can say a short message about that word. Anything, just quick message, and
sige.
Ready ka na? Maano yung promo skills mo dito. All right, ready?
Okay, pressure.
First word is PWR.
We will always be the best. Say what you want to say, bitches. We'll always be the best. You won't be able to beat us. We'll be up here. Bam!
Good job. Good. Nice words. Fighting words. Next word. All Out Warla.
Definitely one of the best runs. Definitely, it's gonna be up there, just like PWR. You won't be able to beat it. Sorry, guys.
Okay. I have to say, All Out Warla, kung sino man nag-isip nito, which is I think was me also and OL. Like,
I think it was you guys. I think it was you guys.
Nung nalaman namin kasi yung plano na maging champion ka for All Out War, sabi ko, pare, All Out Warla. Game na yan, pare.
Alam mo, nahiya nga ako sa pagiging bading kasi hindi ko naisip yun. He just came up to me and like, you might want to use Warla. I'm like, heck yeah, Warla, let's go for it. So yeah,
All right. Next word natin is Robin. Ano masabi mo?
she's mine. She will always be mine. You can do whatever you want to do, but she will always be mine.
Mm. Right. Robin, shout out sa'yo. Miss ka na namin. Second to the last word, Rainbow Squad. Ano gusto mo sabihin sa Rainbow Squad mo?
If it, ano ba? Ang dami kong gusto sabihin eh. You guys are the very reason I'm here. Sobrang thank you because you make me feel that I'm doing the right thing. I always get messages and thanking me that I inspire them. So I'm gonna continue doing what I do, and it's because of you guys. Thank you for
Mm.
everything.
Thank you. Thank you din sa Rainbow Squad. And of course, they got to thank you as well for representing the Darren Youngs, the Sunny Kisses, the
Oh
Martivos of
hell
the
yeah!
world,
Yes.
the new Explosions of the world are repping and doing it great. Finally, the last word, Pride 2020.
Ah, it's still alive. Okay, right? It's still alive. It will never die. We may have taken a different path this time because we want to help out others too, other minorities. But it's not dead. It's never gonna die. It will be there.
Mhm.
And next thing you know, it's hashtag Pride 2021, 22, 23, and so on and so forth.
Mm. I would have to say that Pride, even though like it's taking a different turn right now, Pride in all of you guys, you are helping bring pride to everyone else. So for that, we also thank you for lending your voice to all the causes that you give it to. Thank you so much. And Martivio, thank you very much for joining us tonight. But before we let you go, I have one more question for you. So ito yung question I ask all the guests just to leave before they leave us. So in all of your years in wrestling or in your life at that matter, can you tell us what the biggest lesson you've learned was and that you would like to pass on to others?
Shoot.
Medyo nano ka.
Oh my God. Lesson. I always say this you can whine as much as you want, but it's not gonna help you. You
Mm,
can whine for 5 minutes, for 24 hours, or however long you want to whine. Just make sure that you get back up and do something about it.
mm,
And do not um, do not focus on what you cannot control. Okay,
yeah.
always focus on what you can control. So whine
Mm,
and then do something about it. Pero when you do something about it, make sure that you focus on what you can control. Kasi nga, if you focus on you cannot control, ending mo lang no, you just keep on whining. Pero if you start thinking
mm,
about, I can do this, I can actually do this, next thing you know, you're already at the top again. So,
mm. Yeah.
simple
Wise
lang.
words. I agree with those words totally. Again, Martivo, thank you so much. Can you tell us, before you go again,
Thank
can you
you.
tell the people who are watching right now where they can find you on social media, online, or whatever you want to plug right now?
Okay, so my Facebook page is Martivo-PWR. My
Mm,
Instagram, as you guys already know, it's at Be Sanctified. And also on Twitter,
mm,
it's at Be Sanctified.
All
That's
right. Thank
it.
you again,
Thank you.
Martivo. Thank you so much for
Thank
joining
you so
us.
much.
Have a great day off. And this was a great conversation. And we'll see each
Thank
other
you. I
soon.
had so
Don't
much
worry,
fun.
after coronavirus, after all the problems, we will see each other soon. Mag-resting tayo.
Yep.
And
Yes.
yeah, have a good night. And we'll see you soon, brother.
You too.
Beshi,
Thank you.
sorry.
Thank you, everyone.
Beshi.
Thank you, everyone.
All
Thank you,
right.
Beshies. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. That was a great talk with Martivo. Thank you so much, Ken Warren. We shall have you on right now. All right. Just waiting for Ken to come in.
I'm here, bro.
Yo!
I'm here. That was a
You're
nice
there. You're there.
transition, man. I saw it. Bam. I had to click it.
All right, brother. What did you think of the chat? Well, I have to say, like, that was a very fun, refreshing talk with Martivo, and I've learned a few things that I didn't really know that happened over the course of his career. So that was great. But what did you think about it?
I was smiling ear to ear, bro. Like just hearing stories, especially just relating to wrestling, and actually I was able to relate to the work. Like, what did he say? I'm not really, don't quote me on this, but I think he said something like reasons are for losers, something like that, something along the lines of that.
Yeah, reasons are for losing. Yeah.
And it's so hard. It's so hard to accept sometimes that, like, yeah, I'm just really burnt out from work. I'm trying to get really early in training. I can
Yeah.
relate, bro. I'm consistently late
Yeah.
in training. That's not the best. That's not something to be proud of. But like, I am
Yeah.
aware.
Well,
I am aware, bro. I am aware, and
I know, I understand, but the thing is, like, when it comes to him, he doesn't like some. At times, he also doesn't show up at training, but he does his work where he can. He controls what he
Mhm.
can. That's what he mentioned at his ending for the lesson that he gave for before he left us. It was control what you can. So stop whining
Yeah.
about what you can't control. Control what you can. So that for that, and I admire him. And it was just fun to talk to him about the wrestling stuff. I didn't know that I had a part in Gravite. I didn't know I had a part in well, I had a part in All Out more or less, so that was funny. That was funny to hear.
Same here, same here. I didn't know about that the finisher, man. But like, can I just say sorry to him? Like, just tweet this out. Holy fuck! I did, I didn't expect like the freaking Pele, man. Like, that's like the worst thing, man. A
No
wrestler can do
worries.
to another wrestler. Like, I'm sorry. Like, shit, dude. I don't know how to apologize for that.
No,
Maybe
no,
in a match.
I'm
Maybe in a
sure he
match,
gets
dude.
it.
I deserve a
I'm sure he
receipt
gets it.
soon.
Well,
But
Punk
you know.
Dolls, if you're listening right now,
Mhm.
Punk Dolls, please
Robin,
for Punk
wherever you
Dolls.
are, Robin, wherever you
Robin, kung
are.
tumatawa ka ngayon. All right. And
Yes.
anyway, I really have to thank Martivo for coming on and talking about Pride and how right now June is hashtag Pride 2020. It's Pride Month. This is the month technically for the LGBTQ plus community, but I like how he mentioned it that it's not just for the this community. Pride is also
Mm.
for everyone. And right now, especially, we're also trying to be helpful with other communities, or like we shouldn't really call them other communities. We should be calling them other human beings that are in need right now. Our black brothers and sisters, our black amigos and amigas, our rights to freedom are being challenged right now with what is happening in the world. But right now, all I have to ask you amigos and amigas, please, I hope that you find empathy. I hope that you be kind to everyone else. I hope that you see all the wrongdoings. I hope you call out all the wrongdoings, and I hope that you help fight the good fight. And at the end of the day, as I mentioned, as Martivo mentioned, it's not different communities together.
Mhm.
We're just one big community. We are the community of the human race. And I think if we look at it that way and we see our other community members being hurt, we should also do our best, use our voice, whatever we can, help wherever we can to help our hurt brothers and sisters there and just, make sure that we all come out of this problem, this time in our world as hopefully better. I'm not sure if it's gonna be better, but we're going through what we're going through right now is needed, and I hope that we just go through it. Like I just really wanted to touch on it because it's been a really hard week. We've seen everything on Twitter, we've seen everything on Facebook, on social media. I just hope that people will start seeing that other people are hurting and we need to help them.
Exactly, exactly. Now is the best time more than ever. You know, it's the the office may not be listening, but everyone else is. So
Yeah.
guys, now is the perfect time. Please, please,
Yeah.
please indulge in just freedom, man. Indulge in freedom.
Freedom, human rights, being people. Just be kind to each other and help those in need. And
Absolutely.
if you're, I don't care if you're religious, I don't care if you like watch a lot of like Hallmark movies or whatever, but like, I just hope that you as human beings, when you see another person in need, I just hope that you help them out because we're the only ones we got. This is the only word we got. I don't know if aliens are gonna come in July, but right now this is the only world we've got. So I hope that we all help, especially those the ones in need. And yeah, I think that's all I got to say. Like the emotions are running through me, Ken. But I think we should get into John Cena Saturdays for this week.
Absolutely. Just hold on, bro. A few more minutes. All
I know it's been
right.
a tough week. We're just trying to get through it. Anyway, again to the amigos and amigas, I'm sorry for the ones who gave their comments and questions I couldn't get to. Martivo and I had a really fun conversation. We were just going with the flow. But thank you again for everyone who was watching tonight and continuing to support hashtag PWG Live. tomorrow we still have the Big O, Adam O. Reiner,
Holy shit!
from
It's a
Z2
big
Long
up.
Island Stories. More weights, more dates, amigos and amigas. And of course, next week we will always have PW Wrestling from home, Tuesdays and Thursdays. And of course, the pin comment below. You all know what the pin comment below is. Can you talk about that, please?
Absolutely. So relive the biggest show in Philippine wrestling history. It's hashtag PW Homecoming live on demand. The website is right over here. If you click on it, it's actually streamsessions.live, and it's for the very reasonable price of 500 pesos. It is still live to this very day. I'm sure when this replay comes out and there's no words that I'm encircling right now in the front of my face, it's still on. So just visit streamsessions.live for the very reasonable price of 500 pesos. And you have no idea how much that will help not just everyone in the Philippine wrestling community, but you discovering talents of Filipinos that has never been exposed to the mainstream media before. There you go, man.
Exactly. And thank you for that, Ken. And of course, you can always if you please support also the other causes there. Of course, our frontliners fighting COVID-19, our right to our freedom of expression, our Black brothers and sisters who are also hurting right now. If you can find causes to help out wherever you can, please do so. But again, also like with our talk with Moonshine last week, don't forget to take care of yourselves. Also, your mental health. And as much as we want to help each other out, we have to help ourselves out first so that we know how to help each other better. Anyway, we've been talking for a long time. Let us get into John Cena Saturdays for this week. So for John Cena Saturdays, June 4, 2020, do your best to do what is right. Don't just settle for what is easy. John Cena. So again, amigos, amigas, our world is in a tough time right now. I hope that you, everyone here watching, does their best to do what is right. Don't just settle for what's easy, because what's to come after this, what we are going through right now, is not easy. What's to come after will not be easy also. But doing what is hard, doing what's not easy, is what will get us to a better place. Ken, you have anything else to add before we sign off tonight?
Yeah, I like that quote better than the John Cena Saturday quote. And I just want to say, please don't edit this Adam Cole thing, but I did appreciate that one earlier. Like, a lot of nods, bro. A lot of nods.
Yeah,
But
I
yeah,
know.
man.
I know.
Besides the show tomorrow, we have the Big O again, Adam O. Reiner, on the program at 11 p.m. Philippine time, at 11 a.m. New York time. I just want to say a good evening. You guys enjoy your Saturday. We all need a rest. We're all tired. Yet we still need to keep fighting. Hell yeah. And with
Hell
that,
yeah. And Ken?
yo,
Ken?
hashtag that.
Good night, amigos and amigas. We will see you tomorrow. And take care of yourselves.